Good evening, all of you guys. This is Vamsi here. I was the trainer for the data science. So just before going ahead, guys, can you please confirm is I'm audible?
Audible, sir.
Is my voice is clear? Are you getting any disturbance or anything, such kind of a things? Let me know.
Yeah, no issue.
No issue. Right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So guys, just let me start with my first session actually, guys. So today is your first session. So today is your first session. So today I'm going to start with some the introduction part of the data science, which you are here to learn about the data science course. And nowadays, data science has been the one of the word which everybody is almost all familiar with that, right? Everybody knowing about what is data science because they started searching, they have started doing some searching on the internet or in the YouTube's videos. They have a different opinions about that particular data science. Yes, Ankit, please join once again. Just give me a second. Ankit can't hear it, so just let message him. Right. So guys, right. So everyone having heard about, they started doing some search on the internet, and they're trying to find out like what is data science and all these things. They have a different opinions, and they have been understood in a different ways. But exactly what is data science, and what exactly our course curriculum is meant for, what exactly we are going to be doing. So all this I'm going to give an introduction part. I'm going to give you actually, guys. So mainly, I will take 3 demo classes actually, guys. Just a 3 demo. There are 3 demo classes or 3 to 4 demo sessions. I'm going to take it actually, guys. Depending on the time, I'm going to take somewhere around 3 to 4 days. I'm going to take the introduction part, which is going to be not an introduction. It's a demo session actually, guys. Like I just want to make you understand like what is data science. Okay, what concepts we are going to learn, how our course curriculum is designed, how our classroom training is going to be going ahead, what is going to be the topic, what are going to be the topic of discussions. Okay, so what are the concepts we are going to learn, all these things I'm going to just give an idea. So in this particular 3 to 4 demo classes, I'm going to take it actually, guys. After that, I'll start with our regular classes. So within one day, you can't understand it actually, guys. It's not like a programming language. So if it is like Java, or which is some other language, Java or .NET, I can start with like, why programming language? Why do you require a programming language? You can easily understand the things. But here it is not like that. It is something different. You heard about what is data science, but really what is data science? Really, what is the data science meant for? What we are going to do, how we are going to be doing that. So what exactly our real use cases we are going to be doing, etc. We'll have a discussion about that. Okay. So before starting with that, guys, let me just introduce myself. Just let me introduce myself. 2 minutes. I don't want to spend more time on that, my discussion. Just already I have been given my name. So my name is Vamsi Krishna. Okay, so almost all I'm having around almost all 19 plus years of experience, guys. So my experience is going to be very vast. It's not only the period, or that means what only the experience in terms of years. It is mainly my experience in a different technologies, guys. So I have a expertise on a wide range of technologies, but mostly in the data only, guys. So some of my main expertise, I can just giving some expertise actually. Mainly I started with some basics of, that means in around 2003 I started actually, guys. So it is going to be initially I started with, I was an expert in database, like we can say that SQL and PL SQL programming initially. After that, I have been moved to admin part also, the admin of DBA, that is a database admin. So even I can give some scenarios of like some of the database admins, like backups, recoveries, etc. And after that, one of the main fundamental of the data science is the business intelligence. So my transition has been done like that actually, guys. From database programming to database admin, and from database admin to BI. Basically, I worked with the different types of business intelligence tool. MSBI is the one of my expertise which I have been got done actually, guys, which is Microsoft Business Intelligence. And after that, I have been moved to the big data systems. I have been moved to the big data systems. I have been got moved, which is going to be like Hadoop and Spark nowadays. All these things are going to be also my expertise. And now, as of now, from the last 5-6 years, so I was into the data science, guys. So mainly we are having the data science, which is going to be ML, sorry guys, ML, DL, and which is AI. Okay, these are my expertise, even NLP. These are all some different core areas of the data science. And I have been done one certification program from IIIT Hyderabad also actually, guys. So IIIT Hyderabad is providing in a kind of a professional certification program for working professionals, which I have been done, which is going to be what we can say that is, it is done from IIIT Hyderabad. One of the first, it's a first IIIT from in India. It was initiated by Abdul Kalam. He has been started that particular IIIT. So in his period only, it has been got initiated actually. It is one of that IIIT Hyderabad, one of the first, which is a very the top one of the university related to information technology. So this is about my experience, guys. Okay, so in short, this is only just my experience, and that is going to be my expertise. So with all this expertise, because everything is going to be utilized in our data science course. Main part I'm talking about. So main part is anyhow data science is required, and a little bit big data systems is also required, and a little bit introduction to a business intelligence is also going to be required. So all my expertise, so my complete expertise is basically on the data related technologies, completely data. So that is one of my the transition, how I was able to move from the database to a database admin, business intelligence, big data, and after that data science. It was very easy for me. For some people who says that, sir, I was into Java, can I move it to data science? Yes, we can move it, but it's a little bit difficult way, because don't have any prior knowledge of any databases, some ideas about what are the different database systems. I know that, like how they have been evolved, why the big data came into the picture. So I have some idea about that. So that is the reason I was able to handle them very easily. So which will help you to learn a lot of skills. Not only the data science, we are going to get a lot of skills, which as part of our course curriculum. So attend for 3 to 4 demo classes, guys. 3 to 4 demos I'm going to take it actually. So just like an introduction part, so that you can understand like what is our course curriculum and all these things. You will be understanding about that, right? So that's it, guys. That is going to be just about my introduction. So let us start with my first today, the demo session I'll take in, guys. 45 to 50 minutes I'll take it, guys. In this 3 to 4 days, 45 to 50 minutes I'll take the demo session, guys. I'll take my technical part, and the remaining whatever the 10-15 minutes of time, or 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to give you. I can take up some questions from your side, guys, because you guys are having a lot of questions, isn't it? Some of the lot of questions you'll be having. Sir, is it easy? I was from a non-IT background. Can I learn the data science? How much duration? I'll explain all those things, guys. Just that's why 45-50 minutes is my technical discussion, and another 5 to 10 minutes I'm going to take some kind of a question from your side, guys. Right, guys? Fine. Fine, guys. First of all, let us talk about the course. Our course is going to be, nowadays it is going to be a full stack data science actually, guys. Nowadays everybody is talking about full stack. So our course name is, guys, earlier we used to call it as data science. Now they are calling it as even Java, full stack Java, Python, which is going to be full stack Python, UI, which is full stack UI. Like that, nowadays everybody is talking about a full stack course. Let me tell you what is going to be full stack actually, guys. Earlier I think you all of you are aware about that. Most of you may be working, some of you are not working. But the idea here is, whenever we go to the real time, and whenever we are working on a particular project, the project does not contains only a single software or a single tool, or which is going to be a single language also. There will be multiple. The project is going to be divided into multiple modules. some years before, actually, guys, some years before. That means not 50 years, 60 years before. I'm talking about somewhere around 5, 6 years back, actually, guys. So companies used to recruit the people or to recruit the candidates who are having some specific expertise, and they used to assign those people only for that particular work. For example, let us say that I was a data visualization expert. For example, let us say this, actually, guys. I was a data visualization expert. Somebody was a data visualization expert. So in the particular project, whenever we are working with a particular project is going to be some kind of a pipelines will be there. Some connected pipelines will be there. So whenever we are working in a specific project, as a data visualization expert, my role was limited only to visualize the data. Only for visualization only, I am going to work. But before visualization, I have to do some kind of a data cleanings and all these things we have to do. Maybe after the data visualization, some other thing is to take place. But my expertise is on the data visualization. So being I was only expertise in the data visualization, I used to work only for the visualization part only I used to work. I can't work on that particular data cleaning part because I was not an expertise. So for data cleansing, there is another expert which is going to be like a data cleansing expert is required. Like that, in the particular project, multiple expertise people used to work. So the problem here is being the person was expertise only in the data visualization, he can be assigned only with the work of data visualization. But if any work is required for cleaning, some other expert has to come. Some other expertise we have to depend on that. That's why what the company's done is they completely changed that particular recruitment process, actually. Nowadays, every company is saying that simple one technology, you cannot get a job. As of now, as of the current market trend or the job trends are there, the recruitment trend is there. With a single software, you cannot get a job as of now, guys. By learning a particular programming language, there is no guarantee that in this current situation, we'll get a job. Why? Because companies are also looking for. So the candidates which are going to be having some idea about, who are going to be having the idea about multiple skills. Because nowadays, everything is going to be some end to end. It's like a full stack. You should be working in any level, you have to work with that. You may not be an expert in the data cleansing, but the candidate should have some idea about the data cleansing. So in the project pipelining or in the project life cycle, the candidate should work at any level. You should be in a position to work at any level. Okay, you are not an expertise in data cleansing, but taking some training, you have to work on the data cleaning phase. We have to work with that. Even you are a data visualization expert. So what is meaning of a full stack means in a particular project life cycle, you should be in a position to work at any level. It's not like I know only data visualization, I work only with the data visualization. So as a full stack data science engineer also, whenever we are working with a data science project, you should be knowing each and every phase. You should be familiar, you should be a little bit expertise in every phase, every tool, every technique, or every methodology that is used as part of the data science projects. So what is meaning of full stack means nothing is there. You should have the skill as a candidate, as a full stack data engineer or data science engineer. You should be having the skills from end to end, from beginning to ending. If you whatever the process is required, you should be familiar with all the different techniques, tools, and whatever the softwares that are going to be required. That is what we are going to call it as full stack. Same as it is full stack Python, full stack Java, full stack UI, full stack data engineer. So nowadays, mainly two roles are there, guys. One is data science and the other one is going to be data engineering. So currently, as part of the current market trend, guys, these are the two different roles which are having the huge requirements and which are going to be the hot jobs as of now. Data engineering and the data science, both are going to be, we are having a huge demand of them. But one thing, don't expect that like if I learn some language, you will get a job. It's not like that. Even in data engineering also, there are a lot of tools are there. There are a lot of different tools we have to learn it actually. Even data science also, we are having a different techniques, different tools. Better to say not to have some tools saying that there are going to be different techniques we have to learn it actually, guys. What are the main important techniques to learn in the data science course, guys? Very simple, guys, which is going to be ML, which is stands for machine learning. We are having a deep learning, DL stands for deep learning, AI, NLP. Okay, so many things actually, guys, which is going to be something like we have to learn a little bit about the Spark, and even some kind of a data visualization tools like which is going to be Power BI. So all this at a different levels will use as a different techniques we use as actually, guys. Spark is a framework which we are going to use as. It's a Spark is a framework. Power BI is a tool which is basically from Microsoft for a data visualization. Machine learning is a technique which we are going to learn. Deep learning is a process we are going to learn. AI, NLP, all these are the different the concepts which you have to learn as part of as a full stack data science, full stack data science engineering. We have to learn them actually, guys. But within the first class itself, I can't explain what is NLP. In the first class itself, I cannot explain what is AI, and all these things cannot be done. So today, as part of our discussion, I will start with some introduction part of machine learning, guys. Not introduction. It is going to be just what is machine learning, what exactly we do it in machine learning. That is what we are trying to understand it actually, guys. Okay. So before going ahead, so anybody, maybe you have started learning ML or started learning data science, or somebody has already learned some data science through some YouTube videos, etc. So anybody, guys, anybody has been known about what is machine learning actually, guys? Anything from your side? Please, guys, all of you should be interactive. So though it is an online class, it is not a video training, guys. In video training means we'll just play the videos. You are going to just hear the videos. It is a live instructor-led training only, guys. You should be interactive. Only thing is, except that you can't see me. That's it. Even if you want to see me, I can just on my webcam and you can see me. I'll just on the cam 1 or 2 days, at least for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Every day I'll start the webcam. In the regular classes, I'll start with that. So anybody, guys, from your side, what do you know about machine learning? Anybody knows about machine learning, guys? Yes, guys, please, you can unmute your mics and you can speak if you want. Yes, guys, anyone, please be interactive so that you can understand. That means whether it is right or wrong does not matter. So try to express that actually. Right, anyone, guys? Yeah, nobody has heard about at least machine learning.
Well, I can talk about it.
Yes, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I have seen that for machine learning, one need to know Python, okay, and the NumPy and the Panda series. And I started messing with it. I have background in database and the admin part and the BI part, but the big data is needed for sure. So I'm taking a big data course with Vijay in your organization. So I think what you have touched is very powerful, and I look forward to learning from you.
Yeah, fine. Fahim, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Yeah. Your points are okay. Your points are fine. But my question is why? That means what is the main machine learning is going to do? Any idea?
Hey, Vamsi.
Yes.
So basically, machine learning is mainly used to process a structured data, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
So fine. By using some predefined libraries that we use in Python, so we used to process a structured kind of data. Where structured kind of data refers to, let me say, for example, a record like serial number, like some gender, male, if I'll say employee, so employee ID, those things, if I'm not wrong, Vamsi.
Okay, so what do you mean to say processing here now? What meaning of processing?
Processing means like we have to analyze the data from the external sources, like any third party systems.
Okay, fine.
I think no user intervention in there. So that's what I think.
Okay, fine. Right. Your points are going to be, it's something relevant to that only, but let us clear about the, let me clear a little bit more about that, guys. Okay. So what is machine learning, first of all? Yes, somebody saying that it is for processing of the data. It's a kind of an analytics. Okay, it's fine. Everything is fine. But the main idea here is, guys, the main idea here is machine learning. So if you understand the word called as a machine learning, that means machine is going to learn from the data actually, guys. Observe carefully. Machine is going to learn from the data. Machine learns actually, guys. So actually, let me tell you about some history about that. Actually, we are hearing about this machine learning from the recent, maybe hardly I started hearing about somewhere around, hardly it is going to be 6-7 years back actually, guys. Not more than that. Before that, I never heard about machine learning, but hardly somewhere around 6-7 years back, I started hearing about the machine learning. But actually this machine learning, the research has been started around in 1959, guys. It was actually started in 1959 by a person called as Arthur Samuel. His name is going to be Arthur, which is going to be Samuel, is a name of this particular person. He was an employee in the IBM. While he was working in IBM in 1959, he started working on this particular machine learning, guys. Let me tell you the definition of the machine learning. After that, I'll explain it in an easy way. According to Arthur Samuel, how he has been defined the machine learning actually, guys. Okay, so what exactly this machine learning, what exactly he says is, according to the Arthur Samuel, he says that machine learning is going to be nothing but a process where we are giving the ability to the machines. That means you are giving the ability to the computers, giving the ability to the computers to learn without explicit coding. This is without any explicit coding. That means, as one of our participant is saying, that human intervention is going to be not required actually, not that much required. Yes, absolutely, that is going to be the one actually, yes. So we are giving the ability to the computers, or we are giving the ability, we are giving the computers the ability to learn without any explicit coding. So the computers, machines, what we are going to call it as, the machines are going to learn from the data, guys. They will learn from the data. So then what is an advantage of that actually? Okay, machines will learn. Okay, what is an advantage of that? So based on whatever the machine has been learned from that particular data, you can easily identify what could happen in the future. So based on the learning from the past, we can predict what could happen in the future actually, guys. It is what we are going to call it as a prediction can be gets done. A prediction is going to be gets done. In a simple way to explain the example, like for example, if anybody asks you, tomorrow will it rain or not? Is there any chances of rain in the tomorrow? Is it tomorrow? Is it going to rain or not? How do you predict that? How can you? It's a prediction, isn't it? So whether there will be rain in the tomorrow, in the next day, there will be rain or not? How do you do that actually? We don't do anything like tossing a coin. Okay, if it is a head, it is going to be rains. If it is a tail, it does not rains. Or let us say roll a dice. Okay, if it is an even number, it will rain. If it is an odd number, it does not rain. We don't do like that now. So we'll try to analyze what has been happened in the past 10 days. So what about how the rains was there in the past 10 days? So from the last past 10 days, none of the day there was a rain was there. So tomorrow, so from the last 10 days, there was no rains are there. So chances is that tomorrow also there will not be any rain. Or from the last 10 days, every day there was a rain was there at some particular point or at a particular time. So chances is that tomorrow also we are going to be having a rain, isn't it? So it is nothing but analyzing the past, understanding the past, and predicting the future. That is what exactly the machine learning is basically meant for. But who is going to learn from the data actually, guys? We as a humans, we are not going to learn anything. We will make the machines. We have to give some ability. We'll make our computers to learn from the data. We'll make our machines to learn from the data. Based on that, the machine itself is going to do some predictions. So the best examples I can explain you actually, guys. A best example I can explain you. Like for example, Let us talk about a best example of banking application, guys. In banking specifically, some kind of a loans, which is going to be the loans which are going to be given to the customers actually. We all of you know that. So maybe all of you, everyone nowadays, we are taking some loan from the banks. So before we are applying a loan, it may be a car loan or it may be a housing loan, it may be a personal loan, etc. They are going to collect some kind of a details, some kind of a personal details they will collect it. They will collect a lot of personal details actually, guys. Like they will collect our age, they will collect our salary, okay, like how many years you are working in a company. Okay, apart from that, what is the housing type you are, what is the housing type, whether you are staying in a rented house, whether you are staying in a own house, whether the person is married or not, whether the children are there or not. Okay, so much information they will collect it actually, guys. Why do they collect all these information? Why do collect all this information? Why? What is a necessity that whether I was married or not for disbursing a loan? So what is a necessity that whether to know whether the person is having a children or not? So whenever I want, the bank want to give a loan, main important is the salary of the employee. That is sufficient. The salary of the person is important. Okay, maybe age is also important. But why all these other what are the other factors are going to be required actually, guys? So we know that one of the major problem in the banking loan department is they give the loans to various customers, but some customers pays the EMIs promptly, non-defaulters. They are the non-defaulters. But some customers that don't pay the EMIs promptly, it may be due to some specific reasons, maybe intentionally or unintentionally, they don't pay the EMIs promptly. They are the defaulters. So we all of you know that for a banks compulsory that every bank is nowadays having defaulters. Currently, as of now, no bank is having zero defaulters. In every bank, there will be somewhere around 10 to 15% defaulters will be there. So that is going to be why the banks are going to be, some banks are, they say that we are in huge losses. Why? Because it is due to the defaulters. They given the loans to various customers without doing any verification, without doing any analytics. Now, what the bank want to do, guys? The banks want to they want to minimize this. I cannot say that they cannot avoid the defaulters. At least from 10-15%, if we can decrease to 5%, that is going to be sufficient for them actually. So they want to have some kind of a defaulters. They want to find it off. So we all of you know that when the bank come to know that whether a customer is a defaulter or not, after giving the loan only, they will come to know about that. Okay, these are the defaulters which are not paying the EMIs. He is having a good salary. He is having some good. He was staying in a own house. Okay, he was having good married children. Everything is there. He is also having a good salary, but still it has become a defaulter. Still that after 2 years he stopped paying the EMIs. We don't know what is the situations. There can be some reasons can be there actually. Intentional, as I told you, some people intentionally stop paying the EMIs. Some people unintentionally. So due to some situation, they may stop paying the EMIs actually. So how can you minimize this particular defaulters? So this is one of the very big headache for this particular banks. A very big headache, because we don't know whether he will pay the EMIs promptly or not in the coming future. Before that only, how can you analyze? Let us say that he has been taken the past, whatever has a customer has taken any past loans, how he has been paid the EMIs. Yes, he has paid everything promptly. Based on that, the banks cannot give the loans actually. If past customers, if the past whatever the loans he has paid promptly, that is not sufficient. Along with that, there are so many other factors will be there. So how the banks will do it actually, guys? How these banks are going to do that? So their past customers data is there. In the bank is working from the last, let us say that 15 to 20 years back. From it was established almost somewhere around 20 years back. From the last 20 years, they have given the loans to the customers. Lot of different loans they have been got given: housing loans, education loans, personal loans, car loans. So many different types of loans they have been given. All the data is there with them. So nowadays, we all of you know it, guys. So our current age is going to be data age. We are living in the data age actually, guys. So everything is going to be available in the format of data. So there are two kind of people actually, guys. So one kind of people, So there are mainly concentrating on how to collect all these data, how to store them, how to represent them. They are nothing but data engineers. Okay, so there are going to be the data engineers. And there is another kind of people are working on the other side, how to understand all these data actually. So these are the data analysts, data science people. They are working on the other side of the data. So nowadays, data is going to be very important, guys. Every day, we are generating a lot of data. Individually, we'll generate, everybody generates a lot of data. Earlier, some years before, data means if I go to a bank and do a transaction, then there is going to be a data is going to be generating. The data generates. But nowadays, even if you browse your mobile also, there is some data is getting generated. So whenever we go to some e-commerce sites, let us go to Amazon and do a transaction. You purchase one item actually. You purchased or placed an order. Don't think that if you go to Amazon and if you do some purchase, then only some data will be generated. Even if you browse the Amazon, if we go to the Amazon and search for some particular products, immediately there is a lot of log is going to be generating actually. So in Amazon, mostly the log will be more because you will search for 10 products and you are going to buy one product actually. So log is there for 10 different products, but purchase is there only for one product only will be having the purchase. So that kind of a log data actually, guys. Every day you'll open a different websites through your browser. Google maintains all that complete information, what websites you have been opened. So complete information is going to be gets maintained. At what time you are using how much internet, your internet service provider. So how much internet you are using, at what time you are using more, everything is going to be maintained as a log. So data is going to be one of the, as of now, we say that the data is going to be the fuel now. So without having the data, we cannot work with them actually. For everything, data is important. Without the data, nowadays, no application is working actually. Every application is working. Even your smart devices, like your smart watches, they will generate a lot of data. Everything is a data nowadays. So, okay, so we have a lot of data from the last 15, 20 years of data. They have a data is there. Their ages, their salaries, their years, the years of experience. So years of experience, what type of housing they are staying, etc., etc. And even we already know what is the status. That means whether he was a defaulter, whether he was a non-defaulter. So we have the data actually, guys. Age 28 years, salary of 50K. Years of experience is 3 years. He was staying in a rented house. So status is going to be a defaulter. So some 5 years back, I've given the loan to this customer. He has become a defaulter. Some other customers, non-defaulters. So we have the data with us actually, guys. We have the data with us. Just now I have been explained. So if you want to study, if you want to predict tomorrow whether it will rain or not, simply it is not like by tossing a coin. It's not a random event. It is not a random experiment. So analyze your past 10 days data. Analyze your past 10 days, whatever the weather conditions are there. Based on that, we can do some kind of a prediction, at least. So if you toss a coin, that is not going to be in, at least it almost it will fails. That is a kind of a random experiments actually. So last 10 days, there was rain. Chances is that tomorrow also there will be rain. 80% chances will be there. Tomorrow it will rains. Maybe 20% chances that it does not rains also, but 80% chances is there. Same as it is, what the banks are going to be doing here is, guys, if you can analyze the past customers data, last 10 years, I have given some loans to some millions of customers data have been got given actually. Millions of customers I have given the loans. We already know their status, who are the defaulters, who are non-defaulters. If you study this particular data, if you analyze this particular data, you will get some kind of an insights. The term is nothing but what we are going to call it as insights actually, guys. Insights is nothing but what you understood from the data. Analyze the data, just you get some kind of an insights. Based on this particular insights, in future, whenever any customer comes for a loan, we can easily predict. Easily we can predict whether it can be he is a defaulter or whether he was a non-defaulter. So process is a very simple process, guys. Analyze the past customer data, get some kind of an insights, and based on some insights, based on this particular insights, we can do some kind of a prediction in the future actually. So whether he would be a defaulter or whether he would be a non-defaulter. Tomorrow, whether it will rain or whether it does not rain. Or in case of some kind of a price of the like gold or something like price of a stock price of a particular company. So we can do any kind of a predictions based on the understanding about the past. So in a simple workflow, I can explain you here who is going to analyze this data actually, guys. That is the main point here now. Who is going to analyze this data? Can't humans can analyze the data? Yes, humans can analyze the data. But the data is going to be very, very large data sets. The data sets are very, very large data sets. Imagine some last 20 years data was there. How much is the quantity of the data actually? So humans can do that, but it is going to be a time taking. And one more thing is going to be, they may not be that much accurate. They may not be that much accurate. But here, what we are going to be doing here is, guys, the same process, data is going to be given to the machines. Data means what is data actually here now? What is your past? What has been happened? You have to tell everything in the format of a data only. Everything need to be gets converted into a data format. So give that data to that particular machines, guys. Machines are going to, I told you the definition now, guys. What is machine learning? We are giving the ability to the machines or computers to learn without any explicit coding. That is according to Arthur Samuel. So feed the data to the machine. Machine is going to comes up with some kind of an insights. And based on these insights, we are going to be doing some kind of a prediction actually, guys. This is what exactly we are talking about your machine learning concept actually, guys. That's it actually, guys. So then if it is going to be, it looks to be very simple process actually, guys. But there is actually a lot of concepts involved in that actually. So the main question here comes is, if machine can learn automatically by itself, then what is my work here now? What is my work as a machine learning expert or a data science expert? What is our role here? So don't expect that all operations are going to be done by the machine by itself. There are some different aspects are there. So I'll just give you some ideas behind that actually, guys. I'll just tell you some ideas behind them. Okay, like simply if I data is given to the machine is going to get the insights, and based on that if prediction is done, then what is my work here now? I can, without having a machine learning expert, if everything is done by the machine, so what is the need of a machine learning expert in a particular project actually? So there are some technical aspects out there. I'll explain that what are going to be the technical aspects between them. So don't think that data was directly given to the machine directly. Actually, there is a small process is there. Data was given to an ML expert. ML expert is going to do some work, and then the data is going to be fed to the machine actually. So what is the process this ML expert will do? That is what we have to study it. So today's class, I'm not discussing about that, guys. Today's class, I'm not going to discuss about that. In the next class, I'm going to explain about that. In the next class, I'll explain about that. So simple to understand that what is machine learning is, give some data to the machine, whatever that has been happened in the past. So machines will understand the data, whatever that has been happened, it will analyze it will understand the data and get some kind of an insights. Like this age of people are more likely to be becomes the defaulters. Okay, or this type of housing type are going to be more likely to be the non-defaulters. Or if the person is working between having an experience between 1 to 4 years, they are mostly becoming the defaulters. Something it will give you the insights actually, guys. Nowadays, every data is going to give you a story. Every data contains a story, guys. Every data you are having is going to tell you some information from that. So that is the reason nowadays, everybody, every company, every organization is trying to store every data actually, guys. Even in Amazon, if you write some review actually, guys, that is also going to be a data nowadays, guys. Nowadays, even the review data means, don't think that only the age of a customer or what is the salary of a customer or how many years of experience. Even if a customer writes a review of a particular product, that is also going to be the data for them. But because depending on the reviews only, the sales of a particular product may increase or decrease it actually. So everything that is required to run a business, Everything that makes the business to be into a profit, or anything that has to be gets some usefulness to the customer or to the company, is everything is nowadays it's a data for them. Everything is going to be important for them, guys. Even customer reviews also, that is important to the company actually. So here, okay, the data, what has been happened in the past, if you give them, the machines are going to study the data, and based on that particular insights, we can do some kind of a predictions can be gets done actually. But let me explain what is going to be the main important concept here, guys. What is a main important concepts? It is not like learning a language. Okay, we learn a language like Python or whatever you learn. It's not a part of a language. Mainly, the machines are going to learn, but how the machines are going to learn? They cannot learn automatically by themselves, right? So the machines are going to be guided. We are going to do only a pre-processing only we are going to do, guys. So whatever the stuff that machine requires only, we'll prepare it and give it. But machines are going to be learned automatically by themselves with some help of some concept called as the machine learning algorithms. What we are going to call it as the ML algorithms we are going to understand it as. This is the main concept in your data science course. Everything is going to be done by some kind of an algorithms actually, guys. Every concept is going to be done by with the help of an algorithms. So mainly as a machine learning expert, simply if you know how to, that means simply if you know how to load the data example, or how to simply clean the data, that is not sufficient, guys. Mainly we have to know how to control this machine learning algorithms. Why? Because machines can't learn automatically by themselves. They will learn, but without having much implicit coding. So who is going to help to make the machine to learn? It is done by the machine learning algorithms, guys. It is due to the machine learning algorithms. As I told you, machine learning was started in the year 1959, but it has been become popular only after 2015 year only. After 2015 only, we have seen some success stories of machine learning. What is the reason for that actually, guys? Why that has taken that much time actually? It is due to a powerful machine learning algorithms has been developed only after the year 2015 only, guys. Before 2015, we don't have that much powerful algorithms are not available. We don't have that many algorithms also actually, guys, before 2015. So that is one of the reason why the machine learning has been became popular. So today we are here to learn this about machine learning concepts actually, guys. What is the reason behind them? It is due to this machine learning algorithms. So I don't want to explain any machine learning algorithms as of now, but the most important in our machine learning classes is our machine learning algorithms, guys. Simply some people think that, sir, if I learn Python, is it sufficient? It is not the powerfulness of Python, or it is not the powerfulness of R, or it is not a powerfulness of some other language. The main powerfulness of the machine learning is your algorithms. In deep learning, we are going to learn some deep learning algorithms, guys. I'll tell you what is difference between machine learning, deep learning later. So a machine learning algorithms and deep learning algorithms. So these are the main important aspect what we have to learn. Simply without learning any algorithms, if you go for a data science course, there is no use of that, guys. You don't know which algorithm has to be used at which particular point of time. You don't know how to control these algorithms. So my main specialty, my main expertise is explaining these algorithms only, guys. My main expertise is in understanding and making you understand how that algorithms are going to work. Like for example, some few algorithms I'm writing it actually, guys. Like don't worry about that. So the names are going to be a little bit different actually, guys. We have a decision tree algorithm. We are having a k nearest neighbor algorithm. We are having an algorithm called as an Navi base. We are having an algorithm called as an which is going to be a logistic or a what we are going to call it as logistic regression is different. Linear regression is going to be different. A logistic or a linear regression, we are going to be having something called as a k-means clustering algorithms. These are all some kinds of algorithms only, guys. You have to understand how this algorithm works. You need not to write any code for implementing those algorithms, guys. You really no need to write any code for them. Forgot about the code. Later we'll discuss about that. But how a decision tree will works, how to control the decision tree, what is KNN, what is going to be the mass behind them, what is going to be the mass behind the decision tree, what is the mass behind, what is the concept behind the Navi base. It is going to be depends on the probability theory actually, guys. What is going to be how the linear regression, what is logistic regression works on that, what is the mathematical concept behind that. Every algorithm is based on some mathematical concept, guys. So my main specialty is the explanation about the maths actually, guys. Generally I will be having good number of students actually. Generally, when I start a data science class, I will be having a good number of students actually. Generally 25, 30, 20 to 30 students will be there. So what is the reason behind that is, I will be teaching each and every concept, the math behind that particular concept actually, guys. What is the math behind them? So with most of the, I've seen them, most of the other people also say that I've seen a lot of training sessions actually. So they'll explain a presentation. They'll just explain a presentation. This is the math behind them, but they don't explain clearly about that. But I'm going to explain the complete math behind those particular applications. So that is the main advantage. If you learn from me, the main advantage is going to be, that is the main advantage actually, guys. So let me show you just an example. Yeah. So this is the morning. This is just a morning 7:30 a.m. batch. So if you can observe carefully, guys, see the class. See the class actually, guys. It's a morning 7:30 batch. So recently they have started the decision tree actually, guys. So what is the mathematical formulation? What is the math behind them? So how to calculate? See, it is just like, looks like a maths class. It is going to be just looks like a maths class actually, guys. Okay. So I'm talking about something called as a distance, mean squared error, mean absolute error, some kind of a tabular formats of number representations. So I'm talking about some kind of a formulas. So this is actually, guys, in the morning session or just last class, I think so. It is on the 8th April, it has been got taken actually. On 8th April, it is on Saturday's class. On Saturday, it has been taken place. 8th April means on the Saturday, it has been taken at morning 7:30 class. So like that, for every mathematical, for every algorithm, there is a math involved. That in the every concept is involved actually, guys. Without the math, we cannot study this particular one. Maths means, do you require any complicated maths? No, we don't require any complicated maths. You have to just understand it actually, guys. Don't worry about that. The most of the question comes from the participants is, sir, do you have to learn the maths? So how much extent I have to learn the maths? So I was not a maths background. At least everybody has been learned maths in the 10+2 standards, or at least as part of the bachelor's, at least some basic knowledge about the maths is learned. It's simple addition, subtractions only, guys, not complicated one. So some basic maths is going to be involved. Immediately should not worry about that. Okay. So when I write this formula, immediately everybody will worry about that, which is going to be summation of, so let us say this actually, guys, x bar is equal to nothing but it is summation of xi divided by n. Hope all of you remember this formulation actually. Indirectly, that is mean calculation actually, guys. If I write like this, x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus up to xn divided by n, this formula is very easy to remember or easy to understand. Same thing in a short form, I'm writing it actually, guys. Sigma I equal to 1 to n, which is going to be xi divided by n. The same thing, which is a notation actually, guys. This is a simple notation of that particular calculation, which is what we are going to call it as the mean calculation, what we are going to do that. So the only thing is, whenever we see these particular formulas, immediately you think that it is a complex math. There are not complex maths actually, guys. Simple maths only, but representation is going to be some kind of a mathematical and scientific notations we are going to use this. But it is not going to be a complicated one. So every algorithm is going to be having some kind of a math behind them, guys. So we are going to study mainly the concept behind that. So my classes are going to be both, it's a both theoretical and which is going to be practical. So mainly it is going to be what is going to be the mainly the whatever that particular concept is going to be there actually, guys. We have to conceptual understanding. Mainly the conceptual understanding will be there. So what is a concept? So tomorrow, if anybody gives you like this is going to be the data, can you calculate this? You will be in a position to understand that. So conceptual understanding as well as even how to implement it also, we are going to do it actually. The implementation. Sir, how do you do this implementation? All these things we are going to do it with the help of two languages like Python and R. Don't worry guys. Sir, if I don't have the idea about Python, so what I have to do? No worries. I'm going to teach you some basic Python, which is required for our machine learning. I'm going to discuss it actually guys. Okay. So this is going to be, that is going to be the one of the thing which I can talk about that. So learning a data science is not like learning some data science is not about learning a programming language guys. So we are going to learn a different techniques. We are going to learn it actually. We have to learn a different methodologies. We have to use a different type of systems. We have to learn about different types of algorithms. Finally, our task is to nothing but get some insights from the data actually guys. So we have some data. What techniques you use, I don't bother. What methodologies you are going to use, what type of systems you are going to use, what kind of algorithms we are going to use. Getting some insights from the data is going to be our main task in a machine learning guys. So what is an advantage if you get the insights? If you get some kind of an insight from the data, insights are nothing but some understanding about the data. If you get some kind of an insight from the data, based on that, we can do some kind of a prediction. Examples, I can talk about a lot of examples I can talk about guys. Like just now we have discussed about that. In a loan department, so to whom the loan should be approved, loan approval, to whom the loan should be approved and to whom the loan should not be approved, how we are going to do that? It is going to be a purely a machine learning task actually guys. How it is going to be done guys? We'll analyze the past customers data who are already defaulters, non-defaulters, which already know them. So from that particular understanding and from that particular insight, we can predict to whom the customers the loan should be given and to which customers the loan should not be given. And another examples I can talk about them guys. So many examples are there. The best example I can make you understand is your emails actually guys. We all of you know that whenever an email will come, some emails will go to spam folder. Some emails will come to inbox. Have you ever tried to understand like how it is coming? How it is coming like in spam, how it is coming to the inbox, which type of emails are coming to the inbox, which type of emails are coming to the spam folder? It is completely a machine learning algorithm actually, yes. So nobody is sitting at the Google office and nobody is going to be identifying that this is a spam. So you have to go to the spam folder, or if you are a non-spam, you have to go to the inbox. No guys. So emails, which is going to be spam or ham. So which email is a spam? Which email is a ham? Ham is nothing but non-spam emails. We call them as a spam or a ham messages, guys. Okay, these are going to be identified with the help of completely with a machine learning model. So what is this machine learning model actually, guys? This machine has studied the past emails. The past emails it has been studied. So which emails are spam, which emails are ham? I given the data to the machine. Machine studied the data. So it comes to know that. So if these words like lottery or prize, one, okay, something like dollars, these are going to be goes into the spam folder. Remaining are going to be comes into the inbox. It is going to comes actually, guys. We can talk about so many examples. We can talk about them, guys. We can really talk about a lot of examples. If you ask about what is machine learning, the use cases, or can you tell me some use cases or some kind of an examples of where machine learning is going to be used? So whenever we talk about a business perspective or a research perspective, anything it can be done actually, guys. Even some kind of an insurance, the insurance companies actually, guys. So insurance companies has to identify whether the claims are going to be either it may be a false claim or whether it is going to be, that means whether it is going to be a false claim or whether it is going to be a genuine claim it is going to be. First of all, they will identify whether it is a false claim or whether it could be a genuine claim. It will identify that. How it will study? The machine's already studied the data. The past claims data, the machine has been studied. They intimated that these are going to be false claims. These type of claims are going to be nothing but there are the genuine claims. They studied the data actually, guys. And based on that, they will easily identify which claims are going to be genuine and which claims are going to be, which are going to be fraud claims or fraud transactions. You can talk about a really lot of examples, guys. In medical diagnosis, actually, guys, in medical, which is going to be the medical diagnosis. In medical diagnosis, actually, guys, a particular disease, positive or whether it is negative. So it studied the past patient's data. For what type of symptoms, what kind of a disease. For what kind of a symptoms, what kind of a disease, they studied that. Based on that, we can easily predict. So what could be the diagnosis of a particular patient's data? They can say that whether it is positive or whether it is negative. Number of examples are there actually, guys. A number of examples, what we can do that actually, number of examples. You are having a lot of use cases are going to be there. So today's discussion is going to be, guys, just I told you that I'm not going to be taking much technical aspects in the demo sessions, just like an awareness, like what is data science? So somebody said that, like, what is going to be a machine learning? Okay, they said that we have to analyze the data. Yes, how do you analyze? Why should I analyze the data? Analyze the past data. Based on that, we can predict the future. That is the main purpose of machine learning. But who is taking the help? Who is going to be taking all this effort actually, guys? The machine is going to taking the effort actually. The machine, the data was fed to the machine. Machine is going to help us to get some kind of an insights of the data. Why? Because the data is going to be a very, very large data sets are there actually, guys. Nowadays, the data size is not small in size like MBs and KBs or GBs. It has been beyond the limitation actually, guys. Nowadays, our data is not in something like a GBs. You know that how our computer storage has been drastically increased. Initially, our computer storages are in GBs. Then we have got into TBs. Now we are maintaining 1 TB, 2 TB. Maybe in future, a system will come with even 1 terabyte of the data, 1 TB. 1 TB, 1 PB. Sorry, 1 TB is already there, 1 PB, petabytes. So which is going to be something like what we can say 1024 terabytes of the data is going to be 1 petabyte of the data storage. So data is increasing day by day, guys. So we have to require the various techniques to handle this particular data. So handling is going to be done by data engineering people. So all the data handling is going to be done by the data engineering people, guys. And at the same time, not only handling the data, taking this data as our input. So can you understand your business? Can you understand your past? Based on that, we can predict the future. So all that analytics part is going to be comes under this particular, the data science part actually, guys. So what is the definition of a data science? Data science is an interdisciplinary field, which is going to be one of the interdisciplinary field where we are going to learn various techniques, various methodologies, various systems we are going to use. All this we are going to be using to get some knowledge from the data, insight from the data. So I think I need not to tell you guys, nowadays everybody is talking about one of the latest invention, which is going to be ChatGPT. So hope all of you have started using the ChatGPT, guys, right? So ChatGPT is going to be one of the language model, which is going to be an AI-based application actually, guys. It was completely developed with the help of NLP, language model, ML, language model. Completely developed with the help of NLP, ML, which is going to be DL, AI. Using all these different techniques only, this ChatGPT has been developed actually, guys. So hope all of you have started using the ChatGPT also, guys. It is one of the latest invention of your AI. It is one of the latest invention of AI. So the ChatGPT was developed by a community called as an Open AI community, guys. It was developed by Open AI community. Hope all of you have started using it actually, guys. How it is different from Google search. So when in Google search, whenever we requested for some topic, it is going to tell you the links only. It will tell you the reference. But ChatGPT is also same like that, but it is going to be just like a chatbot. We all of you know what are chatbots actually, guys. In our course curriculum, we have a development of chatbots also, guys. As a part of NLP, we'll discuss about this particular chatbot development, how the chatbot is developed and how to develop a chatbot also. We'll have a look into that. Okay, so I'll just open the chatbot, ChatGPT once, guys. So hope all of you have started using this, developed by the Open AI community. So this is going to be the chatbot application, guys. That's open the ChatGPT actually. Everyday users actually, guys. Every day I'm going to be users actually. So just a small timing, guys. Just today you can ask some few questions. So Vamsi has discussed about what is machine learning. So ask the GPT. Ask the GPT, what is machine learning? So I'll tell you the actual definitions later actually, guys. It is a part of, which is a branch of artificial intelligence only, and which is going to be a part of AI only we are going to be discussing. And this is going to be the definition of that. So what exactly the machine learning is, guys? The process involves feeding large amount of data into an algorithm, which then uses some kind of a statistical techniques to identify the pattern and make some predictions or a decision based on that particular data. That is the definition, guys. And we can see involves the training the computers to learn from the data and improve the performance over the time without being explicitly programmed. We don't do any program actually, guys. We don't do any particular programming part. So fraud detections, a kind of a predictive analytics, recommendation systems, all these are going to be some of the examples actually, guys. Language, like the language processing model. So do you want to know what is going to be ChatGPT, guys? Ask it. It will tell you who I am. It is going to be very clearly. It is going to tell you actually, guys. So these are the capabilities, and these are the examples, and these are the limitations of that particular ChatGPT. So if you ask what is ChatGPT, it clearly says that actually. What is ChatGPT? You ask it, what is ChatGPT actually, guys? It will tell you it is a language model developed by AI community. Very clearly, I am a ChatGPT, a language model created by OpenAI. I am based on ChatGPT 3.5 architecture and trained on a diverse range of text sources. As a language model, I can generate some human-like, which is going to be text in response to give a prompt or a particular questions actually. So my goal is to help the people communicate very effectively and efficiently with machine using natural language, which is a part of NLP concept actually, guys. Okay, so that is going to be one of the latest success story of AI. Previously, we used to talk about AlphaGo, and we used to talk about something like a driverless cars. But now the latest invention of AI is going to be, this is going to be ChatGPT, a language model which can interact which can generate some text like a human for any kind of a question. But the limitation is it having that knowledge of only about the events that has been happened before 2022. It do not have any idea about the data that has been happened, the event that has been happened after 2021. Up to 2021 only it can understand it. It can tell, it can answer you. Before that, it do not have any idea, the idea about that particular events actually. So that is some of the success stories of ChatGPT, the AI. Later, I'm going to talk about those applications, guys. Okay. So that's it for the today's class, guys. So as I told you, just a 40-45 minutes I'll take it actually. I think I have taken spend a little bit more time. So today's discussion is only just to understand what is ML. ML is a process where we'll feed the data to the machine. The machine is going to study the data, get some insights. Based on the insights, I can do the prediction. Example, understand the past customers' data in the loan department. Based on that, in future, to whom I have to give the loans, to whom I should not give the loans, I can decide it actually. Okay, so that is one of the example I can talk about, the best example. There are so many scenarios are there which we are going to discuss about that. And as I told you, it is a live instructor based classes only, guys. Here I will be sitting and I will be teaching the classes according to the time schedule. Every day the class is from 7:15 to which is going to be 8:30. It's going to be 7:15 a.m. IST up to which is going to be 8:30, which is going to be PM IST is our class timing actually, guys. Okay. And topic wise, there are going to be so many topics you have to learn, guys. So the course duration is also going to be at least, there is going to be 4 to 5 months actually, guys. Even there are so many trainings are there actually, guys. You can find it online, which are provided by various corporates, which are going to be between 11 to minimum, they will take some 11 months of time actually, guys. So 11 months of time they will take, but it's an hybrid classes actually. but our classes will be around 4 to 5 months everyday class, which is going to be 6 days a week actually, guys. It's not a 5 days a week, it is a 6 days a week we have the class. So 7:15 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. is our regular class timing, guys. So this is about our class timing, which is going to be 4 to 5 months of time is going to be our course duration actually, guys. Okay. So anyhow, still yet to discuss a lot of other things in our coming classes, guys. I'll discuss a lot of other things also, like what is our course schedule, what are our topics of discussions, all these things I'll be discussing in the coming 2 to 3 demo classes. I'll be discussing more about that. Okay. So that's it for the today's class, guys. So already time is 8:30.
Vamsi, one quick question. You mentioned 7:15 a.m. India.
Sorry. 7:15 p.m. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
7:50 p.m.
that messed me up. Thank you.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. Right. So that's it from my side for the today's class, guys. So if you have any questions, we can take some few questions from your side, and then I can end up the session for today. So I can give you 5-10 minutes, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to discuss, guys. So you can raise your question either in the chat panel, or either you can just unmute yourself and you can speak from your side. Right. Yes, guys, come up with your questions if you have.
Hi, Vamsi. I'm audible, I hope.
Yeah, you're audible.
As you mentioned during the starting of this session, so what is the prior knowledge, IT knowledge required for this? Yeah, I would like to know that.
Yeah. Okay, fine. So as I told you, these are all some kind of an, if you observe carefully, as I already explained you, these are all going to be some kind of an mathematical and statistical concepts. So programmatical wise, you need not to worry about that. So programmatically, this is not going to be hard. So forget about the programmatical. We have to understand the technique only. So how we have to make the machine to train, what is your algorithms, what is a decision tree. But anyhow, being we have to use one language, we are going to be learning a Python. You have to have a programmatical part when you talk about that, it is Python. But don't think that after learning this class, you are going to become a Python expert. No, we don't become a Python expert. We are going to take the Python only to the extent whatever that is required for implementing our data science. So mainly here, what you have to learn is the conceptual understanding about the algorithms, and the conceptual understanding about the techniques and methodologies, what we have to learn. So programmatically Python, why Python basically here is, there are a lot of the reasons are there, but one of the first reason we can say is Python is very easy to learn. So specifically, as you say that it is a programming language, but generally we don't put this Python into a programming language. It won't put it into category of programming language. Why? Because for every operation you want to implement, there is going to be some predefined utilities will be there. Just using the utilities, we can do it actually. So really don't concentrate on programmatical part. So whether you have any prior knowledge of programming there or not there does not matter. Okay, only the thing is you have to have some basic concepts of maths and stats. If you have, that is sufficient. You can learn the data science course. Okay, fine. No, yes, you can even Python, don't worry about that, which is going to be everything we are going to learn Python from our basic concepts only we are going to learn. So immediately in the first day itself, I don't start with machine learning. I'll show you the course curriculum. First, we are going to learn Python for almost 2 weeks. We are going to learn it actually. I'm going to teach you the Python. Along with that, not only my learning, as a complementary, once if you register for the data science course, you will be going to be given access to some kind of Python videos also. There are 170 videos of Python classes which are delivered by Durga sir. So his videos are going to be there in online, which is costing you around 4K. That is going to be 4,000. But as a complementary, if you registered for the data science course, you will be getting the access to this particular Python videos at a free of cost. Normally they will cost you 4,000. You can find it on the online, guys. So you can just go to DURGASOFT online, and there you can find out. You can just go to the DURGASOFT online. There you can see the videos of this 170 videos. These videos you are going to get an access to you. Normally they will cost you 4,000, but once if you have registered for the data science course, These videos you are going to get it at a free of cost. So you can learn more and more about the Python from the Python, those particular videos. It's a video classes actually. In my classroom also, I am also going to teach you some basic Python classes for 2 weeks. I'm going to teach you. So even if you don't have any idea about any programming language also, don't worry. Only thing you have to have is the interest to learn. That's it. If you have the interest to learn, and if we can explore the things, and if we can do some more and more practice, that is sufficient. So that is sufficient to learn about a data science course. Okay, fine. Yes, I think Pranjali, right? I don't know anything about data science. I don't have any background. So you can teach from basics. Absolutely, I will teach it from basics. Yes, Sailesh, I'm from non-IT background. I have 6 years of experience. So what scope for me in the regarding the job? Sailesh, okay, your question is fine. I can discuss in our coming. It requires a little bit more time is required to answer your question. So please attend another 2 to 3 demo classes. You'll understand like what could be the scope for you to learn, to implement, or to get a job in the data science. You will understand it. And as well as I am also going to explain about what are the different opportunities and all these things also. I can just explain it in the actual class, in our regular class. In our next coming days, I'm going to explain about that. Okay. Yes, R is also used, and even R is also there in our training course actually. Yeah, Kashyap. Yes, but we don't spend again more time on that. But compare with the Python, the R usage is going to be very less. So as a knowledge purpose, we are going to be not knowledge purpose. I'm going to teach you everything in the R language, comparing with the Python actually. You have to just explore the things by using that particular R language. Even we do some examples on R also, we are going to do that. So this one is a recent class, just I'm showing you. This is a recent class I have been got done, which is R Studio. So I'm just opening an R Studio. This is a recent session only. Maybe hardly somewhere around 1 week back, I have been got done this particular class. This is done by using the R language. We have been got done it actually. Okay. So how to do it in the R language? We have done one small application in the R language. Don't worry. I'm just not showing you any implementation, but just I can show you some kind of an examples, what I can show you the examples actually. So this is done by using R language. We have been got done it actually. Yes, TensorFlow, PyTorch, Keras, so many are going to be there. Kashyap. Okay. For NLP, we are going to be using NLT case. We are going to be text blob. Okay, TensorFlow, PyTorch, Keras. These are going to be mainly the 3 libraries we are going to be using. Okay, for deep learning. So I think for machine learning, you may be aware about that. sklearn is for machine learning, and we are going to be using Keras. We are going to be using a TensorFlow. So many libraries are there, and we are going to be having PyTorch. But I told you, no, the concept is important here now. What library we are implementing does not matter. The concept is important actually. So what is deep learning? How the deep learning models will work? That is going to be the main important thing what we have to study about that. Okay, fine. Right. Any others, guys? Any questions if you have? Right. Okay, guys. So thanks for today, guys. Thanks for attending the demo session. Okay, so my team is going to send you a follow-up mail to you, to your mail ID. So if you have any queries, you can contact them. And even there will be an evaluation for whom actually, guys? Is it for your evaluation or the machine learning evaluation? Because I have a machine learning evaluation is going to be there. So that's why I'm talking about. Yes, Mohammed, where there will be any evaluation. Are you talking about whose evaluation it is? If you can just clarify that. I can
yeah. This is for the students side. Will there be any
yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely will be there. We are going to be using a different kind of a what I can say that is a kind of an use cases examples will be there. So just I'll show you quickly. I'll show you once like let me open that drive. Let me open my drive actually. So it's a recent example only. So we will be giving some kind of an because see the one thing is evaluation means which is going to be like generally in a classroom training we can evaluate them actually. So because it is an online training, I cannot see who are there, who are working, who are not working. I cannot say that actually. So that's why evaluation will be there. Evaluation means we are going to be giving some kind of see recently It is on the April 5th. So 5 days back, I have been uploaded this particular data. So we'll be having some kind of an examples will be there. You will be having some kind of a documentation will be there. So we'll give some kind of an evaluation. So this is a finance data set related to some company. Okay, so what is our point? So these are my first checkpoints. So first I am asked them to do some data manipulation using Python. So today there is an evaluation is there. So I loaded on the 5th, right? So I loaded on the 5th of this particular month. So we have an, which is going to be, I'm going to be having an evaluation today. So today we have the evaluation about that. So we have given some kind of a requirements and asked them to do this kind of a requirements actually. Okay, so like that, you will be having some kind of an use cases, like every concept we do, there is going to be some kind of an evaluation, some kind of a use cases with some data sets we are going to give it actually. So these are the data sets which I have been shared with them actually. So these are the data sets. So we can see this is just an example, the same loan data set actually. So this is a loan data details. So this is not a small data set to study them actually, guys. We have a lot of data is going to be available here now. So we have to study all this kind of a data. We have to study about that. Okay. So that is a way which we are going to be doing some evaluations, right? Yes. Right, guys. Any other questions, guys? Okay, guys. Hope all of you are fine for today, guys. So just for today, we'll have to end up the session. I have another session is there. So we'll end up the session for today, guys. And tomorrow I'll see you at the same time, guys. Tomorrow at same time, same link. I'll see you tomorrow and we'll have a more discussions in the tomorrow's class, guys. Okay. So thank you all of you and we'll see you tomorrow, guys. Thank you all of you once again, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.